Soccerworld Fan TV. As you can see here, we have probably not the most joyous day of the season and whatnot, but we have Sid here talking about United's performance. I'm just gonna let you rant on about it. Go ahead.
Think if I had to sum it up in one statement, as a wise Portuguese philosopher once said, I have nothing to say. That's just one of the most disjointed, one of the most shambolic 90 minutes of defending I've ever seen from this club in the last, I don't know, like 15 years or so. Like, refereeing didn't help us out, but neither did we. And just didn't seem like we turned up to play football. And Spurs made their chances count and took full advantage of that.
Let's talk about the decision, the red card decision. What did you think about the red card decision?
I think that was too harsh. I think Martial shouldn't have reacted to it the way he did because he should know better. Like, if you touch somebody's face, you're going to be in trouble. But I think it still was a little too harsh. There wasn't much contact, and Lamela just made the most of it. But you can, like, I don't think you could complain about it either way because I'm sure Martial knows that if you touch somebody's face, you're always going to be in trouble. It was a 50-50 call. It just didn't go our way, and that was it. That was the game over right there. There was no coming back from 3-1 down with the red card.
But apart from the red card, what do you think was the main issue with United today and why they performed so poorly?
There's just been something really off about their performances all season. Just doesn't seem like the same intensity, the same momentum that we had before the COVID break last season and like right after the resumption. Maybe it's something to do with the intensity we performed at during those periods, but just seems like there's something disjointed. Like all three games this season, it's not just this. This game, of course, was more accentuated with the defensive blunders, but the first game, Palace had made short work of us. Brighton, I don't think we deserved a point, let alone three. Got away with one there, and today everything just manifested itself again. And it seems like the defense is simply just not turning up. On the brighter note, our 80 million signing and our 90 million signing did contribute 4 goals directly. So, but yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's the same intensity, same momentum. Something somewhere is very wrong with the club, and there's a lot of things wrong, but who knows, like, to what extent we can fix those.
Now, of course, it's early in the season. Of course, we talk about it, but you talk about last season as well. Of course, there were struggles. However, we could say that there were injuries and all that. You do have pretty much your full squad here right now. If it does continue this way, do you think it's more of like a mentality issue or?
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with like the motivation levels of the player. Maybe there's something wrong with the intensity our players played it. Like Ole's system is very intensive, and as we've seen with all the muscle injuries over the last year and a half. So I guess maybe that's more accentuated in a season where there's less of a preseason. Like there's no preseason break. Like the season just started 2.5 weeks after the last one for us. So there's no recovery time. So maybe it's also the intent. Like we were pretty burnt out at the end of the last season as well. So maybe it's also something to do with that. Like maybe it's just the players are too tired, or maybe there's something wrong with the motivation. But they're making schoolboy errors out there. Maguire and Shaw, that was just, I don't know what they were doing for the first goal. The fourth goal saw 2 nutmegs in in the matter of a few seconds, then giving away a penalty, like Pogba giving away a penalty. It's just schoolboy errors, and just it's not as if the players don't have the talent to, I mean, to not lose by 5 goals to Spurs. They obviously have the talent to do much better than this. It's probably, I would say maybe it's a fitness issue or a motivation one, and have to see if our manager can motivate us out of this one, because man management was touted as one of his strongest suits,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing if he can lift the players up into more positives there.
I know it's very difficult to um, talk about the game, but can you give like maybe Tottenham some credit, like about the performance? Let's talk about
Absolutely, yeah. I'd
Son
say
and
like
Kane. Brilliant.
absolutely like we made schoolboy errors and they made us pay for it. Brighton last week didn't. Spurs just made short work of it. They took their chances. They took the chances they got, and have to give them credit for them hitting us on the break. They know that we're not with Maguire. We're not the strongest team defending on the break. And
Mm-hmm.
after the red card, they just kept pressing where it hurt, and they made the most of that. And I think this will be a huge confidence boost for them. And
Mm-hmm.
if we don't make a signing, been saying this before today as well, I'd have them as favorites for fourth place, and this just shows how they could be one of the stronger sides for the top four race, with Gareth Bale possibly also making an impact in the future.
Mm-hmm. And one final thing as well. We talked about the signings that Manchester United have in recent. They made the signing of Cavani. I think it's pretty convenient considering Martial had the red card,
Yeah,
and of course the Telles deal. With those two signings, do you think that they'll improve the team? And finally, do you
mm.
think that I know it's early days and with these poor performance and everything, but do you think you'll still be competing for top four despite
I
these little
think we'll.
issues?
Yeah, I think sooner rather than later, like we do have the talent to compete for top four. I think if we don't make another signing, uh, marquee signing, I don't consider Cavani or Telles that. Telles is going to improve things. Cavani is pretty much just a stopgap backup, so I don't see him improving much. But I don't think they're the signings that are going to bridge the gap between us and some of the other sides in our top four race. I think we'll be there or thereabouts. We'll be competing, but if we don't make a marquee signing, which I hope we do, but I can't see us doing. I don't think we'll be in the top four, even though we do have the talent to be close
Mm-hmm.
by.
And I did lie about the final. I do want to say about Spurs because I think Spurs has been, I think, for a lighter, better choice of words, disrespected in terms of competing in the top four, maybe even competing in the top
Absolutely.
six. Because, but after seeing these couple of performances and everything, do you think they really do have a chance? Even though it is early days, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying this, like some of the people here will tell you, I've been saying this since a few weeks now, that if we don't sign a marquee signing, Spurs will be the favorite for top four. Today just shows that they're lethal on the counter with the pace of Son. Kane's always a threat, and he's making so many goals now. I think he has like 6 assists already.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and that's all without Bale being the wild card who can change things up. Like if he performs to 50% of his potential, they're a really dangerous side. And I think last season as well, Mourinho did improve things for them. They had the fourth most points since Mourinho came into the end of the season. So he did improve things, and as I've been saying since 2018, I'd still love to have him as our manager. Sadly, that didn't pan out that way, but yeah, I think they're definitely the strongest contender for top four, maybe even third, with Chelsea not looking the most convincing yet. Unless, of course, we make a big signing in the next day or so to change things up, which I can't see us doing, but
Mm-hmm.
who knows? I also didn't see a signing Cavani 3 days ago, so
Well, yeah.
things change fast. So.
Thank you so much once again for giving your opinion. I know you're absolutely devastated, and if you absolutely feel devastated for this Manchester United supporter, please like this video, please subscribe, and of course, his socials will be in the description below if he chooses to share them. So please give him some love and support by following him, and yeah, hopefully for the next couple of reactions and everything, hopefully you're in a brighter mood and everything.
It's good that we have a 2 week break from club football to get this.
For
So
sure, for
couldn't
sure.
have come at a nicer time for us.
Yeah, just to digest everything out and everything. But yeah, thank you so much once again for coming in. And
You
yeah,
too.
take care and peace.
You too.